Tanning equipment, from an electrical standpoint, falls under the jurisdiction of UL 991. This Underwriters Laboratories standard specifically addresses the safety requirements for tanning equipment. It's crucial to understand UL 991 because it outlines the criteria for minimizing electrical hazards associated with tanning beds and booths. Compliance with UL 991 is a key factor in ensuring the safe operation and installation of this type of equipment. This standard provides a comprehensive set of guidelines that cover various aspects of electrical safety, including wiring, grounding, and protection against electrical shock. The standard is designed to address risks that could arise from electrical components, wiring configurations, and other elements integral to the operation of tanning equipment. The scope of UL 991 encompasses a wide range of considerations. Firstly, it addresses the materials used in the construction of the tanning equipment, specifying requirements for flame retardancy, electrical insulation, and other safety-related properties. Secondly, it includes guidelines for the design and testing of electrical components such as ballasts, lamps, and control systems. Thirdly, UL 991 covers wiring methods, grounding techniques, and overcurrent protection measures to prevent electrical hazards. UL 991 also addresses safety markings and instructions. Tanning equipment is often used in commercial settings, so it's essential to provide clear and concise information to operators and users. The standard specifies the type of warning labels, safety instructions, and operating procedures that must be prominently displayed on the equipment. These markings help to educate users about potential hazards and promote safe operation. Proper grounding is a paramount concern in UL 991. The standard mandates effective grounding techniques to minimize the risk of electric shock. Grounding provides a low-impedance path for fault currents to flow back to the source, tripping circuit breakers or ground fault circuit interrupters, GFCIs, to quickly de-energize the circuit in the event of a fault. This measure greatly reduces the potential for electrical shock hazards. Overcurrent protection is another critical area covered by UL 991. The standard dictates the appropriate type and rating of fuses or circuit breakers to protect the tanning equipment from overloads and short circuits. Overcurrent protection devices are designed to interrupt the flow of electricity when the current exceeds a predetermined level, preventing damage to the equipment and reducing the risk of fire. Wiring methods are carefully addressed within UL 991. The standard specifies the types of wiring permitted, the ampacity ratings of conductors, and the proper techniques for making electrical connections. Adhering to these wiring guidelines helps to ensure reliable electrical performance and prevent overheating or other wiring-related failures. Temperature ratings for components within the tanning equipment are specified by UL 991. The standard sets limits on the maximum allowable operating temperatures for various components to prevent overheating and potential fire hazards. Components must be selected and installed in a manner that prevents excessive temperatures from developing during normal operation. Additionally, UL 991 includes requirements for the construction and testing of enclosures for electrical components. Enclosures are designed to protect against accidental contact with live parts and to provide protection against environmental factors such as moisture and dust. The standard specifies the degree of protection required for enclosures based on the intended use and location of the tanning equipment. The standard also addresses the safety of lamps and other light sources used in tanning equipment. UL 991 specifies requirements for lamp construction, lamp holders, and lamp shielding to minimize the risk of burns or other injuries. Furthermore, the standard includes guidelines for the safe disposal of lamps that contain mercury or other hazardous materials. Control systems for tanning equipment are also scrutinized under UL 991. The standard establishes requirements for timers, switches, and other control devices to ensure reliable operation and prevent unintended exposure to ultraviolet radiation. Control systems must be designed to prevent the equipment from operating if safety features are compromised or if the equipment is not properly configured. Manufacturers of tanning equipment are responsible for ensuring that their products comply with UL 991. This typically involves submitting the equipment for testing and certification by underwriters' laboratories or another recognized testing laboratory. Certification marks from these laboratories provide assurance that the equipment has been evaluated and meets the safety requirements of UL 991. Regular inspections and maintenance are essential to ensure the continued safety of tanning equipment. UL 991 may include recommendations for periodic inspections to identify potential problems such as damaged wiring, loose connections, or malfunctioning components. Maintenance procedures should be performed by qualified personnel in accordance with the manufacturer's instructions. UL 991 works in conjunction with other relevant electrical codes and standards, such as the National Electrical Code, or NEC. The NEC provides general requirements for electrical installations, while UL 991 provides specific requirements for tanning equipment. It's important to comply with both the NEC and UL 991 to ensure a safe and compliant installation. Modifications or alterations to tanning equipment should be carefully evaluated to ensure that they do not compromise the safety of the equipment. Any modification should be performed by qualified personnel and should comply with the applicable requirements of UL 991. Unauthorized modifications can void the equipment's certification and create potential safety hazards. The enforcement of UL 991 may vary depending on the jurisdiction. Local electrical inspectors or other regulatory authorities may be responsible for ensuring that tanning equipment installations comply with the standard. Inspections may be conducted during the initial installation and periodically thereafter to verify continued compliance. Understanding the requirements of UL 991 is essential for anyone involved in the design, installation, operation, or maintenance of tanning equipment. By adhering to the standard, you can help to ensure the safety of operators, users, and the general public. The information contained in UL 991 is subject to change as technology evolves and new safety concerns emerge. It's important to stay informed about the latest revisions to the standard and to update your practices accordingly. This can be done by consulting the underwriter's laboratory's website or by contacting a qualified electrical professional. In addition to the technical requirements of UL 991, it's also important to consider the human factors aspects of tanning equipment safety. This includes providing adequate training to operators, ensuring that users understand the risks associated with tanning, and implementing appropriate safety procedures. These measures can help to reduce the likelihood of accidents and injuries. The installation of tanning equipment must comply with applicable building codes and regulations. These codes may specify requirements for ventilation, fire protection, and accessibility. It's important to coordinate with building officials to ensure that the installation meets all applicable requirements. When selecting tanning equipment, it's important to choose products that are certified to UL 991. This certification provides assurance that the equipment has been tested and meets the safety requirements of the standard. Look for the UL mark or other recognized certification marks on the equipment. The use of tanning equipment should be supervised by trained personnel. Operators should be knowledgeable about the equipment's operation, safety features, and emergency procedures. They should also be able to recognize and respond to potential hazards. Regular maintenance is critical to ensure that tanning equipment operates safely and reliably. This includes inspecting and cleaning the equipment, replacing worn or damaged parts, and verifying the proper operation of safety features. Maintenance should be performed by qualified personnel in accordance with the manufacturer's instructions. If tanning equipment is damaged or malfunctioning, it should be taken out of service immediately and repaired by qualified personnel. Do not attempt to operate damaged equipment, as this could create a safety hazard. Proper disposal of tanning equipment is important to prevent environmental contamination. Lamps that contain mercury or other hazardous material should be disposed of in accordance with applicable regulations. Contact your local waste management authority for information on proper disposal procedures. UL 991 is a comprehensive standard that addresses the electrical safety of tanning equipment. Compliance with this standard is essential for ensuring the safety of operators, users, and the general public. By understanding the requirements of UL 991 and implementing appropriate safety measures, you can help to minimize the risk of accidents and injuries associated with tanning equipment. Remember that safety is paramount, and it's crucial to stay informed and up to date on the latest safety standards and best practices. Ongoing training and education are essential for anyone involved in the tanning industry. By investing in training, you can help to ensure that operators and users are knowledgeable about the risks associated with tanning and the safety precautions that should be taken. UL 991 plays a vital role in the tanning industry by providing a framework for ensuring the electrical safety of tanning equipment. By adhering to this standard, manufacturers, installers, operators, and users can work together to create a safer environment for everyone. The importance of grounding systems cannot be overstated. A properly installed and maintained grounding system is crucial for preventing electrical shock hazards. Grounding provides a low impedance path for fault currents, allowing protective devices to quickly interrupt the circuit in the event of a fault. This is a critical safety measure that protects against electrical shock. The role of overcurrent protection devices such as circuit breakers and fuses is also very important. These devices are designed to protect electrical circuits from overloads and short circuits. When the current exceeds a safe level, the overcurrent protection device will trip or blow, interrupting the flow of electricity and preventing damage to the equipment and potential fire hazards. Regular testing of overcurrent protection devices is recommended to ensure that they are functioning properly. The selection of appropriate wiring methods is another important aspect of electrical safety. UL 991 specifies the types of wiring that are permitted for use in tanning equipment, as well as the ampacity ratings of conductors. It's important to use the correct type of wiring and to ensure that it is properly installed to prevent overheating and other wiring-related failures. The standard dictates the appropriate type or rating of fuses or circuit breakers to protect the tanning equipment from overloads and short circuits. Overcurrent protection devices are designed to interrupt the flow of electricity when the current exceeds a predetermined level, preventing damage to the equipment and reducing the risk of fire. Wiring methods are carefully addressed within UL 991. The standard specifies the types of wiring permitted, the ampacity ratings of conductors, and the proper techniques for making electrical connections. Adhering to these wiring guidelines helps to ensure reliable electrical performance and prevent overheating or other wiring-related failures. Temperature ratings for components within the tanning equipment are specified by UL 991. The standard sets limits on the maximum allowable operating temperatures for various components to prevent overheating and potential fire hazards. Components must be selected and installed in a manner that prevents excessive temperatures from developing during normal operation. It's also good to understand that enclosures are designed to protect against accidental contact with live parts and to provide protection against environmental factors such as moisture and dust. The standard specifies the degree of protection required for enclosures based on the intended use and location of the tanning equipment.